Well, looks like I'm doing this now. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Not So video, and I, for some reason, keep taking these really long breaks, and I mean, they're not really on purpose. As I said, sometimes I get kind of busy, but I love making YouTube videos, so I don't really know if I could stop. And today, I have been asked to make another trading video. Even though we kind of just started out the season, I have a juicy episode for you guys. So before I make this intro too long, let's get right into today's video. Starting out with a banger trade. I'm not lying, like, one look at this and you guys will probably realize that this is a really nice trade. So let me go a little bit more in depth. So I give away Santa's Factory, which is a relic sniper, Widowmaker, News, She, and Fervor. Now, 3 of those were legendaries and 2 were relics for the Blue All-Stars. The Blue All-Stars are it's a super demanded relic. Now, it's not like up there. It's not like hugely demanded, but considering that it's a shoe item, that makes it really demanded, and that's because many people really want shoes in this game. Now, the items that I give away, no one really cares about except for the legendaries. The legendaries are probably the most desired thing in here. However, I underpaid a lot here. See, the Blue All-Stars are around 4.7 to 4.8 thousand KR, while all my stuff combined is 4.5 thousand. So I at least made 100 KR stonks with way more desired stonks. Now, if you look at the estimated value of this trade, it looks like I lost a lot of profit, but I definitely did not. The only reason it looks like it is because the TV Tron HD got boosted right after I did the trade. But trust me, this is such a beautiful trade. The reason I say this is because the relic that I'm getting is so highly demanded. Whenever you go into a trade lobby with this knife, it'll probably be one of the most asked for knives in the server. And I mean, I can see why. I really like it. I like the model, I like the color, everything about it is just awesome. And the items that I gave away were pretty well desired. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I traded my super undesired items for an undesired item, because I think it was a pretty fair trade. However, I did get to upgrade like a lot of my items. Not only that, but I made so much KR profit and demand profit. The TV Tron HD probably goes for around 2.5k on the market. The face item probably goes for like 300, 400. I don't really remember, but I didn't look too much into it. The AK, probably a bit more, but the knife was probably the biggest item, going for 3.2 thousand KR in the market right now. But as I said, nothing compares to how good the Vectronus is, and I think that this is a really good trade. Now, this is another pretty big trade, and another really profitable trade. And I mean, like, I don't know why, but this video I have just been lucking out on all the trades. So my red all-stars for a chocolate, a cast iron, and 3 wrapping paper. Technically, all it is a 1-for-1 for my red all-stars and a cast iron, but he added in a little bit extra. I'm not really sure why, but he really wanted to. So my red all-stars are a really demanded relic shoe item, and it goes for about 7.2 thousand on the market. The estimated value is pretty accurate. However, the cast iron is also widely demanded, and I mean, it's a knife, which is probably, knives and dies are probably the most demanded things in all of Krunker, and pets, but pets are literally so hard to get. So knives, dies, and pets are like the most demanded things in all of Krunker. So try to get knives a lot of the time. Even if it's the cheapest one, even if it's the Damascus, people will still want it. And the cast iron is probably 400 to 500 more KR than the red all-stars, which means that I am getting like so much more KR, and as I said, more demanded profit. On all of these trades, I've been getting more KR and demanded profit, which is just incredible. And also, if you want to trade stuff away, I recommend trying to get knives. If you really badly want an item, try to get a knife to get that item. Because, as I said, even though knives are expensive, they're probably the cheapest demanded thing that you can get, and it'll really help on trading. Now, I know that this trade is like a really big step down from the other ones, but it was still a trade nonetheless. I traded an Aurora purple for 2 chocolate relics. Now, chocolate relics aren't too hard to find. They aren't too expensive, but I'm not going to lie. I actually really lucked out on this one also, because I know it's a tiny trade, but it's still a victory nonetheless. The Aurora has been dropping for some reason. I don't really know. It's a small item. I don't really care about it. But the 2 chocolate relics, they are still pretty dang expensive, going for around 80 KR each. So maybe I might have just made just a little bit more KR, but still, I'm still happy that I did this trade because I still made a little bit more KR. Now, I might have messed up on this trade a little bit, and that's probably because Perry went up like a little bit right after I did this trade. It's probably like 2 days ago when it went up in price. But, I mean, it's not too much of a loss. The estimated value is definitely not as much as it's supposed to be. I think I lost around 20 to 30 KR. However, I was able to get the kitty face item, which, I mean, it's still pretty demanded. Just any face item is at least a little bit more demanded than a few purples, even if they're more expensive. So, I think even though I messed up a little bit, it was still an okay trade. Now, for the last trade of the video, yes, I know it is kind of small, but I traded kitty and wrapping paper for the emo face item. Now, I think that this was a totally fair trade. I don't think any of us gained any KR. However, I did kind of want to get rid of my kitty because I didn't know if it was going to drop or rise at the time. But the emo face item is a still pretty more expensive face item, which in my opinion, I think it makes it a little bit more desired. So, as I said, I think it was a fair trade, but I think I made just a teeny bit more profit. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please like and please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!